Hi everyone, so I need to start this video prefacing a few things. Number one, I'm sorry for the angle and the lighting. There's a whole story behind it, but for another day. Number two, I want to say that I'm very bad at articulating my feelings. I'm very bad at saying things that I'm feeling about. I've always been bad at this. You can ask my parents. I'm very bad at talking about my feelings and stuff like that. And number three, this is not a video meant to diss anybody. This is not coming for anybody. This is not canceling anybody. This is merely a discussion video that I hope will open discussions on a topic that has been discussed so many times before, and I think will be discussed for a long time after this as well. And I want people to be more aware, and if I can make one person more aware of what is going on, then I think this video is a huge success. So, Global South, what's going on? So Global South is being hit hard by the COVID because a lot of us are not vaccinated at the same rate that the US is being vaccinated as. My parents are 56 and 60 respectively, and they are still not vaccinated, and we have no clue when they are going to be vaccinated, and it's kind of scary because they are very much at the age to be at risk for COVID. And I know a lot of people in the Global South are going through the same things, wondering whether their parents are going to be vaccinated, wondering whether they will be vaccinated. It's very trying times, and COVID cases are just not stopping. They're not decreasing. In fact, they're getting worse. In Malaysia, doctors are talking about how after next week, because next week is Hari Raya and Eid, and how it's a celebration, so cases will rise to 6,000 to 10,000. And for Malaysia, that's a huge thing because Malaysia is a small country. Malaysia doesn't have a huge population, so for there to be 10,000 cases a day is a huge thing. There are other things going afoot in the Global South. India is having a really bad COVID crisis. It's really bad. It's scarily bad. They have lack of beds, lack of oxygen. It's just really bad. In Colombia, there's police brutality. There was a massacre in Brazil by the police. In the Palestinian neighborhood of Sheikh Jarrah, there's ethnic cleansing afoot. In Malaysia, actually, a couple of weeks ago, there was a hashtag trending which was make our schools a safer place, which basically in this, a high school girl named Ayin came out on a TikTok video to say that during a physical ed class about sexual education, the teacher in charge of that class said something about how in Malaysia there are laws to protect minors from rape. So if you want to rape somebody, make sure they are over the age of 18. Yeah, so that was disgusting to hear. And so that sparked a national campaign that is hashtag make schools a safer place, in which a lot of students, ex and current students, came out to say their experiences being sexually assaulted, sexually harassed by teachers and stuff like that. So that's what's going on in Malaysia. And it's a lot and it's tiring. And for me to say this while sitting in the comfort of my home is a huge privilege. It's a profound privilege that not many people in the Global South can say this. And what I am disappointed in is all over my timeline, I see retweets and shares and people calling out for helping these Global South countries, and most of them are people from the Global South. Where are the global not content creators that have huge followings that if they retweet even one tweet doing the bare minimum can really help out? Because if one of your followers can see something, they can help out, they can provide monetarily means, they can share with their family and their friends. It means a lot. But the fact that that's not happening is really sad, because it's also very demeaning to plead and to beg and to say, please care about us, please retweet, please share it, please donate, please give a damn about what's happening to us in our countries, it's very demeaning and very depressing, because it's like we're begging you to care. And I'm not going to sit here and say that not a lot, like every global bookish content creator is not helping out, because I know there are a bunch helping. Kay, Nova, Maury, thank you so much for always going ham for the global south community. But we can do better. We can be better. Help us out. I'm not saying don't post booktube videos. I'm not saying don't post your book hauls, don't post your TBRs, don't post anything. But maybe mention what's going on in the global south. Tell your followers what is happening, because you may not think that you have a platform, but I'm here to tell you, you do. Even if you have one person following you, you have a platform. Speak about these atrocities that are happening in this country, because we in the global south feel like nobody's listening to us, feel like we can scream into the void and nobody is talking about us. One example of this is that I made a tweet about how I'll put the tweet out here, and that has gotten more engagement than anything that I have retweeted about for any of these causes that are happening in the global south community. And that is so fundamentally what Twitter is about. Book Twitter will care about discourse, will care about drama, will care about anything else before they care about actual human beings in trouble, in crisis, begging for help. I remember, and I still haven't forgotten this, that when the Philippines were hit by typhoons, Philippine bookish content creators were begging and pleading to share, to donate, to do something to help them out, and crickets. It took a very long time for engagement to gain traction, and still, even then, it didn't gain as much as it should have gained. And it's funny because people in the global north can use our culture, can use our heritage, can use anything to for their aesthetics, but in the same breath will not help the people behind those cultures and those heritage. And I know that and I understand, from one point of view, I understand that retweeting is kind of performative activism and you do not want to buy into that. But sometimes retweeting, sharing and stuff really helps. It really makes a difference, because if one person can see that and donate and share, that makes a huge difference. And it's very disappointing to see so many big booktubers be quiet about these situations, be quiet about things that are going on in the global south, because we really know, and because we global south creators, we feel that in the book community our voice doesn't matter. In the book community, we don't matter. We're not seen as equals to the global north because of where we are from. And okay, this is very funny, and by funny I mean very not funny, but you can attack global south content creators for downloading EPUB. A discussion that we have had all the time. Downloading EPUB. Why are we not reading diversely when we've been telling you over and over again that books cost so much in our countries, that books, especially diverse books, they cost an arm and a leg. They are very expensive. Some people do not have the money, and so they download EPUBs. You will come for global south content creators for things like that, but you will never help us when we're in a crisis. You will never help us when we are saying, please, our country is in dire need of outside help, please help us. Then it's just crickets. Then nobody cares about the global south. Only when it's there to start drama, when it's there to criticize us, then you're there. But when it's time to help us and genuinely make a change, you're not there. And that is so demeaning and so demoralizing to see, because we feel like you don't care about us. You don't care about who our content, you don't care about who we are, you don't care about who we are and what are we going through. So like I said, I'm very bad at articulating my feelings, but that is generally what I wanted to say. I hope that people will take a stand and speak up more, because, and I totally understand some people are like, I don't know what to say because I'm not sure about what's going on. It's okay. You don't have to know everything about what's going on. I don't expect you to. But retweeting and supporting your fellow Global South content creators is the first step. Do that and everything will fall into place. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I also hope that you will share the links that I share in the description below. If you have the means, please donate. Yeah, so thank you for watching this video, and like I said, this is not to attack anybody. This is just to give awareness to what's going on. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.